Does insurance make you want to cry inside? This is Mr. Grumbly, how we feel as dentisting humans throughout our day. Keep your sweating on the outside, you're crying on the inside. I'm talking with two dentisting humans, Dr. Bill Trout and Brandy, awesome Brandy Trout, who are putting together a phenomenal conference to help dentists cry less inside. Bill, you called me when I was at my daughter's soccer game last fall, and you said, I want to help dentists cry less inside. What inspired Savannah Grits and Nachos?
We did. You and Travis both inspired you. You inspired both of us. And I want
Talk
to get
more about me. Travis isn't here, so but more 80% me. I'm just joking. People like Travis. I get it.
No, I wanted to make the conference in Philadelphia, never made it. And you guys just have so much valuable information to share with others. And I said, what can we do to bring you down to Savannah? And you were gracious enough to offer, and Travis hopped on board. We have some other phenomenal people with us, but it's all about what you and Travis have put together in Philadelphia. We want to try to do the same down here.
Well, I love face-to-face, even though I'm the Facebook guy, I love face-to-face things like this. So Brandy, people can text grits to 215-543-6454 to get the best deal possible on this conference. Brandy, Bill comes to you and says, hey, we're going to do this conference. Did you think he was nacho nuts? Were you on board somewhere in the middle?
He's definitely nacho nuts. Yes. However, we've been talking about it for years, that Savannah is such a cool city and we love to share it with as many people as possible. And we always talked about how it was so weird that nobody ever did a dental specific conference in Savannah. So we wanted to do that. And he just saw the opportunity with you and took it and ran with it and then told me about it. After he booked it, yeah.
Like every good husband, get the 9 out of 10 ways there and says this, okay, so this is conference. What is the weekend for this conference, Brandy?
September 14th, 15th, and 16th. 14th is a pre-conference course, and then 15th and 16th are full day courses.
So we're going to have Dr. Travis Campbell. We're going to meet with other speakers that we're going to talk about. People can text grits to 215-543-6454. Also love the name of the conference. Bill, what's the website they can go to learn more about it?
The website is rocketdentalconferences.com.
And why'd you name it Rocket Dental Conferences?
Well, Rocket, our boy, I've got 4 boys and a girl, and my youngest boy's name is Rocket. And
awesome.
So we were trying to come up with a name, and so Rocket Dental Conferences stuck, and here we are.
Did that cause any hey, you like the youngest child the best since you named it after the youngest child, or did they not give you any grief on that?
He actually put a little bit of leverage on me because I've got 3 of the boys prior to Rocket. Each, a lot of my passwords and usernames had their names in there, and he was a little envious, so I committed to giving him a little bit of glory and stage front. So here he is.
Awesome, I love that. So it's always about the benefits of doing anything, right? So you came to a dental conference. You guys own multiple practices. Brandy, you are chief head of people not crying inside in your practices, right? So right. You came to this conference. So it's great to come see me and Travis and Lauren, the other people, but you also get to meet these sponsors who tell you about stuff that you didn't even know existed. So you came to my conference with Dr. Lincoln Harris, and you met the Edge team. They're totally sponsors. I'm on the board. I don't know what that means, but I feel special for being on the board. You met Edge. And tell this audience about Edge and what they're doing for you.
Well, Edge is awesome. They are authentically committed to helping the practice owner and providing relief where on every dental group across the internet, when you ask for pain points, everyone mentions staffing, right? Yeah. And hiring and interviewing and everything that goes into that is a burden on a practice owner, especially if you're not an HR specialist. So I love the option of having some remote support. We have a lot of phone calls. We use Mango Voice as our phones, and it's an unlimited
also sponsor. Awesome.
Yeah. And so the phone can ring and ring and ring. And if we don't have enough staffing and enough boots on the ground in the practice, we can't take every phone call. And you want to answer every phone call because every phone call is a gift, to the practice. Yeah. So I have 2 team members from Edge that we are training to do call overflow, and they're also going to specialize in the new patient experience, which is really cool because you want to roll out that red carpet and make the patient feel really appreciated for choosing us. And then the 3rd team member I just added, he's going to specialize in our billing phone calls and handling, resolving the issues that may exist there in the billing. And he specializes in a background. They all have extensive backgrounds. These are educated people who are willing to bend over backwards to give great customer service.
I love that. And you didn't even know it existed. My grandmother's right. I'm very special till you came to a Nacho event. And now you're going to get to decrease stress. We have 2 Edge team members working with us in our organizations, Nacho and Job Connect. And this is Bill, I'm 45. What's 45 plus about how many extra years are you here at Dennisting Earth?
17 coming up on 18.
Okay. So do you wish you had Edge sooner in your life back in the 80s and 90s?
Very, very much so. And that's one of the things we want to hit at the conference. If we can teach others what we've taken so long to learn, I mean, that's a gift. I mean, it'll just be such a benefit to everybody involved. And so, yeah, we wish we had Edge 10 years ago.
Good. Anything to decrease the crying side, streamline patient communication, be more clear, take stress off our team members that feel a lot of stress. So back to this conference, besides Travis and Paul, who else is going to be presenting there? And either of you guys, and what are people going to learn?
Well, I'll mention a few names. I'll pass it back on to Brandy because she plays a significant role in the conference as well. But we're going to have Laura Nelson. She's going to be there, and we're going to have Dave, a good friend of mine, David Carter. He's an orthodontist out of Augusta. He's created what's called Forever Align Club. We're going to have Curran Najwan, and he's been an internet sensation the past 12 months. And he's all over social media. He's a phenomenal individual as well. So we're working with him for some other things. But we're also going to have John Melton. He's going to basically teach us once we earn what we can do to keep and protect what we've earned. And so he's going to be there as well. And then Brandy, I'll pass it on to Brandy. She's got a significant role with her Colby conference.
Yeah. I mean, every speaker and person involved with this conference is, in my opinion, the most exciting part about it, because they all are committed to reducing the headache of practice ownership or practice leadership, and just simplifying the process to where you can actually enjoy life, work-life balance, all of that. Laura Hatch and I are going to do a breakout on training systems. And I am I've been with Front Office Rocks forever. We use Front Office Rocks for a lot of our training, onboarding, and I'm a big believer in her product, and what she's done, and her content is really good. So I'm excited about that. And then we're also going to be talking about systems and efficiency. And it meshes really well with everything that our speakers are going to be speaking to the groups about as well. So I feel like we're going to have some really good opportunities for people to leave with great takeaways. And that's what we always talk about. If you go to a conference, look for those pearls of wisdom that you can take away. We had a ton of them in Philadelphia with you. And so our hope is that we can have each person who attends have several of those pearls of wisdom and takeaways that they can go back and immediately implement with enthusiasm in their practice to make their life better.
I love all that. And that's the whole point. I like to talk about my failed dreams. I want to play professional basketball. But when you play the game of dentisting basketball, it's all put together. One of the things that drives me nuts, Bill, is like dental CE goes, oh, today you're going to learn about crown preps. That's clinical CE. And then tomorrow you're going to learn about how to talk to patients. That's different CE. No, it's all the same CE. It's all playing the game, explaining to people how they'll benefit from implants, who's going to pay for it, how's your team going to be on board. And I just think there's not enough of this out there. And, Travis is very popular because he talks about the biggest frustration out there, dental insurance, and whether you're in network with 47 spoiled guac PPOs or totally out of network, like a Dr. Todd Fleischman. People are literally asking you about this. People are asking me about this at parties. I'm at a party and people go, do you take my dental insurance? I go, can I have a break from being a dentist? So I think it's so amazing you guys have done this for the community. As we wrap up, Bill, give us your last why people should come. What are they going to do? Anything you want. You're talking to 50,000 dentisting humans on Dental Nachos. So now the floor is yours. You got 60 seconds.
I like it. I'll try to talk quickly. I think I mentioned before, and whenever we go to conference, we get excited, we get fired up, and we're determined to make a difference when we get back to the practice. Yet we fall back into the day-to-day drudgery of the dental office, and we fail to implement. So our goal for this conference is, for one, is team-driven. We want the doctors and the team members to be there. Two, we want to see what we can do to close the gap between what you know and how to implement what you know. So basically close the gap between knowledge and implementation. So everything we do either prior to the conference or at the conference or follow up with the conference is going to be geared towards that. What you can do to apply what you learn, just so you don't feel like you wasted your time and money. Again, it's going to be a phenomenal conference. There's a lot of other conferences that you can pick and choose from. but I'm just can commit and promise you will definitely have a great time here, and you've got a lot to learn, and you'll leave that conference saying, wow, why didn't I come earlier?
And I love that you, Bill, share things that went well for you in your dental life and also learning opportunities that made you cry inside, whether the people call mistakes. I make no mistakes, but I have some learning opportunities that made me cry inside. And I think that's what we need to do more of. I appreciate your authenticity. Brandy, your wrap up for 60 seconds here with the crew.
Well, I believe that the conference will make an impact on the people who participate and come visit Savannah with us, because they are going to feel that good vibe. You know, I hate to use the word authentic again, but it is just like what we had in Philadelphia at your event. The people who were there to help us, the participants and attendees of the event, they gave us the tools and insight and takeaways to go back and put it into practice in our practice and provide us with what we were looking for, what we were seeking. And this is an intimate conference. It's going to be small, and you're going to have FaceTime with the speakers and educators. You're going to have the opportunity to see them face to face. Whereas if you go to a large conference, if you want to speak with the speaker, you usually have to wait in line at the end of the course and wait for your turn to have like a 60 seconds, 2-minute conversation to thank them for the knowledge you share with you. But this is going to be a different type of vibe. This is going to be an intimate boutique style conference on the smaller scale, so that you will get more on your investment than you would at the larger conferences, in my opinion, because I've attended.
Love that. I absolutely love that style of learning. So if you want to cry less inside when it comes to anything in your dental life, come to Savannah Grits and Nachos. I will be there. We have a discount code. Text grits to 215-543-6454 or reach out to us at dentalnachos.com. Thanks so much, guys, for sharing with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.